Okay, what is going on, CYPRX Advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. As always, if you're interested in learning about cryptocurrency, commodities, indices, foreign exchange, please go ahead and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. What a weekend it has been. Absolutely beautiful. XRP targets that I've been mentioning on this YouTube channel for quite some time now, if you guys have been following along, have finally come into fruition. Hopefully I have saved some of your overall capital. As you guys know, all the Moon Boys, most likely right now from the last Moon Boy video that I made, they were calling out bullish targets at around 78 cents on XRP. And since then, we have depreciated in value about 15%. So hopefully I saved somebody's portfolio. I really do hope that people have been listening to the price information and price action that we've been giving and covering on this YouTube page. This week is going to be an interstellar week. I have so many video uploads, so much content to push out to you guys. We're going to be covering so many different cryptocurrencies. We're going to be covering Cardano, Cartesi, LCX. We're going to be covering a whole bunch of different cryptocurrencies on this YouTube page. I'm just in the process of building all of that information for you guys. Plus, I'm going to give you an in-depth breakdown on my investing strategy in certain crypto assets like XLM, Casper, things of that nature, like a full diluted breakdown of everything that I'm going to be pumping into the market via my personal capital. Again, nothing that I constitute here on this page is financial advice, but you guys can see the level of accuracy on the CYPRX page time and time again coming to fruition. I've asked you guys so many times to unfollow those Moon Boys. Hopefully nobody listened to those price predictions. Now is an amazing time, again, not investing advice, to start accumulating XRP, mainly because we have tapped into an area of institutional liquidity, or where the bank and institutions are going to be looking to target in the form of retail money beneath areas of liquidity to then send price higher after grabbing such areas. Okay, so that first area, obviously, of course, I've told you guys on my Twitter, was around 68 cents. I tweeted out this to you guys 6 days ago. Okay, you guys can see here the tweet 6 days ago. I'm still being pessimistic when I say this, but I would love to see the lows at 55 cents get liquidated before XRP rallies to new all-time highs. If XRP ever breaks 68 cents, I believe this price action will come into fruition. I still have buy limits set for 50, 48, and 38 cents. And I sent this screenshot out to you guys on Twitter on April 17th, 2022. So hopefully, again, like I said, I've been saving people's portfolios. Nothing that I constitute here is financial advice. I'm just attempting to show you all that we do know how to read the markets properly here at CYPRX. Let's give you all some updates on XRP. So as of right now, you guys can see that we're hovering around the 68 cent threshold. Right now, we are kind of pushing back above that. Bulls are fighting the bears. We need to see a sustainable hold and a bullish momentum pickup back above the 68 cent level, or this is most likely going to continue. This bearishness is most likely going to continue to come and grab more liquidity. Now, my bearish targets, if the 68 cent level does break and we do see a daily bearish candlestick close beneath the 68 cent level, my next immediate target is going to be 60 cents beneath these lows down here. So you guys can mark that off on your charts, set an alarm. Remember that nothing in this market is guaranteed. Further discounted prices are not guaranteed in this market. What you want to attempt to do is properly dollar cost average whenever it is that you feel necessary in the market at a potential discounted price, because further discounts are not guaranteed. What is guaranteed in the market right now? Well, 68 cents on XRP is guaranteed in the market right now. I told you guys that I've never bought an XRP token beneath 70 cents. So now it is time for me to start accumulating and pumping capital into the market. I had $500 set aside at the 68 cent buy limit that was targeted. So even if price does depreciate in value, I had a buy limit set on XRP at 68 cents, and that has been triggered. I pumped $500 into the market on XRP at 68 cents, bought a couple more tokens, okay, to add to my overall long-term holdings. Now, the 77 cent threshold is the most immediate target in my personal opinion that we would need to overcome to reverse any bias. So even if we do see a lift off from 68 cents, do not FOMO out of the wazoo, okay? We need to see a bullish break and hold above the 77 cent region to confirm any bullish move, okay? So we need to see some type of price action like this, where price breaks these highs at 77 cents, where you guys can see this was the last lower high that led us into this down leg. We would need to see price action hold above that and create some type of higher high, higher low formation like this above the 77 cent threshold, or a higher high, higher low formation like this above the 68 cent threshold that pushes us back above the 77 cent threshold. All right, this is my overall scenario for a bullish bias. This is the first immediate target that we would need to overcome. To the downside, be mindful if price does start to retrace to the 77 cent threshold, that price could just be pulling back taking a breather from this bearishness that we've had over the past couple of days, and then we could look to see lower price targets. Again, I'm still going to hold my pessimistic viewpoint, mainly because we can see that the retail herd, all the moon boys, what are they doing? Every single time the market comes into this area, they are buying some type of imaginary trend line. Remember, trend lines do not exist in this market. We can see trend line liquidity. There's buys in this area, buys in this area, buys in this area, and then most likely people are accumulating XRP in these areas. I personally think that the banking institutions are going to push price action all the way down on XRP. I'd mentioned to you guys months ago that it makes so much more sense for the banking institutions, while we are hovering at these lower prices below $1, for them to come and manipulate price to grab liquidity beneath these lows while we are operating at these levels. It makes no sense for them to pump capital into this market to boost the market back to new all-time highs like all these moon boys have been telling you guys, to then eventually come back later on down in the market and grab these lows. No, most likely what they're going to do, because price is at these levels right now, is they're going to manipulate price to the downside to grab liquidity while we are here and then reverse the market higher. XRP price action, mark my words, is not going to hit new all-time highs. None of these bullish freaking moon boy targets are going to come into fruition until we grab these lows. It is inevitable. There's way too much liquidity in the form of a buy trap beneath this trend line liquidity, and even over here to the left hand side beneath these equal lows, in my opinion, again, not financial advice, that needs to get taken out before the market rallies to new all-time highs. I base my trading off of logic. This is logical for the market makers to do. Now, again, nothing is guaranteed in this market. If we do see a bullish momentum move above the 68-cent region and we see a break above 77 cents, I will reevaluate. I will put another video on XRP breaking down price action at that current given moment in time. But right now, you guys can see we had that liquidity grab and then that lower high at that 85-cent psychological level threshold. I'll mark that off for you guys here, where we see the market makers showed us a willingness to move higher, grab liquidity above highs, targeting this area, then creating a lower low, lower high formation, and then again a lower low, lower high formation. We have two thresholds that we need to overcome in the form of bearish price action or bearish structure, or bearish order flow, whatever you want to call it, right? And those psychological level thresholds are 85 cents and 77 cents, okay? So be mindful of these targets. If you do take any accumulative buy positions that are leveraged, make sure that you're scaling out or taking profit at these bullish levels, mainly because we don't know if the market does start to retrace or give any type of bullish impulsive move, if the market is going to continue its bearish trend down. And if you are in leveraged positions, you want to at least make sure that you're moving those stops to break even and protecting your capital. That is the main goal here as traders, is to protect your capital. So again, had anybody listened to what it is that I've been posting on the CYPRX YouTube, let me just clear this out and really show you guys what it is that we're attempting to do here. I'm sure that you all remember that little 8 to 12% pump that we had on XRP on the 15th, 16th, and 17th, right? That was this move right here, okay? That same time, I'm sure that you all saw YouTube pop off, Twitter pop off. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, XRP is rallying. I, however, made a YouTube video and tweeted out to you guys, everybody calm down, XRP has only pumped 12%. If that is causing you to FOMO in, then you need to really understand what crypto is capable of. So Moon Boys were putting in their Moon Boy price predictions. I disclosed all that to you guys in previous YouTube videos. Go back and watch those Moon Boys part 1, part 2, and part 3, where you guys can see me debunk all the Moon Boy price predictions. I tweeted out to you guys on Twitter 6 days ago on April 17th. Showing you guys that price was going to dump, mainly because this is logic going against the retail herd. You guys could see in this general vicinity what retail herd, trendline liquidity, people were buying this quote unquote dip, they were FOMOing out, they were seeing bullish candlesticks. Again, if you attempt to do what the herd is doing, you will get annihilated, which is now going to lead me into leaving you guys from this video breakdown and going over to one of my most favorite trading books, Market Wizards. Again, it has a lot to do with stocks and things of that nature, but the trading knowledge, wisdom, and experience that these men have in the market is extremely rare, and knowledge is power, especially if implemented properly. So I'm going to share a little excerpt for you guys. This is found on page 235 on Market Wizards by Jack D. Schwager. I love this book. I read it time and time again whenever I need help on my psychology. It's one of my favorite trading books, and it says here on page 235, I'm going to read 3 excerpts from this page. Number 5. First-time speculators want to make a killing in the market. They want too much, too fast, without doing any of the necessary studying and preparation or acquiring the essential methods and skills that they need to be successful in the market. They are looking for an easy way to make a quick buck without spending any time or effort really learning what they are doing. Okay, so that is just one little sentence from page 235 on Market Wizards, and I am completely in cahoots with that. You guys wake up and realize how big of a potential you have to be successful in this markets if you really try to learn what it is that you're doing. I really understand, okay, that the market is saturated right now. YouTube, right, because you're trying to get free information. You're trying to just divvy your way into the system and try and just get everything out of the system that you can via free on YouTube and the internet. But mark my words, it pays to have a paid education. Whether it is my mentorship that you choose or somebody else's mentorship, again, I've tried to prove to you guys that we know what we're doing here on CYPRX. I can't vouch for other people's mentorships. But again, not financial advice. You should get a mentor, at least somebody who can show you how to get your foot wet, how to try and really put yourself in a proper position in the market. I know that it's hard to trust people in this market, but you can't just go about, basing your trades off of all these moon boy price predictions. I've tried to show you guys time and time again on this YouTube channel that that's just going to get you annihilated. Following people on Twitter that have 100,000 Twitter followers and are always bullish, that is going to get you annihilated because the market does not always go up. The market fluctuates every single day. Every single opportunity in the market is unique in the form of buy or sell positions. And I mean, for the market to go up every single day, the same amount of participants every single day would need to be involved in the market, buying price over and over and over again. And that is just not logic. Wake up and realize that that is not how these markets work, and it'll save you so much more money. And if you're not willing to invest in your education, then honest to God, you need to get out of this market, because learning for free on the internet is not going to get you to where you need to go. Trust and believe that. And I was one of those people who thought that until I finally took the step and invested into a mentor. Now, it was not, the inexpensive price that I charged for my mentorship. It was a lot more. I paid over $10,000 for my mentorship, but trust and believe, it started waking me up and letting me see that everything that is for free on YouTube, 9 times out of 10 people are lying to you and trying to sell you hopes and dreams. Moving on to the next excerpt on page 235. Most investors are not able to find good information and advice. Many, if they had sound advice, would not recognize it or follow it. It is always an exceedingly small minority of people that are successful enough in the market themselves to merit your consideration. Okay, so that leads me to the first part of the excerpt that I read to you guys, just really truly understanding not to believe everything that you see on the internet. I've again tried to prove to you guys time and time again that the price action analysis that I cover here on the YouTube, I don't try and sell you guys any hopes and dreams. I tell you guys that these targets could or could not come into fruition, but I try to steer you in the right direction and the right mindset based off of logic and what the market makers are most likely going to do. That is how I trade. That is what's made me successful in the market. You guys can take my advice or leave it. The link is in the description for anybody that is really trying to, step up in their trading career, whether it is that you're just trying to look at this as a side hustle, maybe you're trying to make this your main income. You need a mentorship. I hope that I can be the person to guide you in the right direction. I have a lot of content for you guys coming out this week. Make sure that you stick around. Make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Really do appreciate it. Comment down below if you guys have anything to say. Blessings to you all. As always, please, please, please be cognizant, be aware. You guys have my bullish and bearish targets on XRP. Let's be mindful of them. Let's see how price action plays out in the next upcoming week. We're in the last week of April. All those moon boys, I'm telling you, what were they telling you? $7 to $13 freaking May 1st. That's not happening, guys. That is not happening. Stop thinking that way. My portfolio, my leveraged crypto portfolio on XRP right now is in the blue. I think I'm up like 25%, not the brag or boast, and it has all been off sell positions. I sold all this price action here, moved my stops to break even. I covered that for you guys. I covered the sells from this level here. I dropped them a little bit early and closed and took partials, but you guys can see I took 2 main major sell positions on XRP, and my leverage portfolio is up. Again, going against what the rest of the retail herd is doing, everybody else is attempting to buy. You can clearly tell based off of structure that the market makers are continuously showing us the willingness to do what? They're continuously showing us the willingness to grab liquidity from highs and go lower. Grab liquidity from highs and go lower. Grab liquidity from highs and go lower. Stop being manipulated by what's on the internet, thinking that XRP is just always going up. That is not the case, all right? Blessings to you guys all. I appreciate the love and the support. I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.